Now please welcome back to Ghost Town Poetry Open Mic, Amy.
Love is a disease with plenty tricks up the sleeve. It can make it hard to breathe, eat, or even sleep. Catch you with your eyes closed and have you stuck in the same exact spot as the time goes by. That's what I should have said instead of hello. But I don't know if I can gain control before my brain blows. So why do I even try? When I do, I just overdose all the mixed emotions, have me on comatose. I've grown ill from the way that lust is making me feel with no trash. We can never be real. Walking a thin line on thin ice with a thin shield. I'm almost positive that's a good way for you to get killed. Death upon passion. Her streets have no rules, that's why her cars keep crashing. Street sex, deep rest. Exhaustion will overcome while experiencing contraction. Stay fasting, better grab your napkin to wipe that stupid fucking look off your face while you keep asking me if I honestly do believe what I just seen. Should've known better not to love a sex fiend. Nowhere to end, not where to start. And I've been sipping for about 3 hours, barely going hard. Smoking for twice as long and cotton mouth that made me parched. Even though I just drank enough to kick me out the bar. Breathalyzer told me that I could never drive a car. You want to hear the funny part is I forgot where I had parked. I hope not far, cause I feel nauseous. Man, if I lose control and blow some chunks inside the pocket, type of shit have probably had me mad and blown up like a rocket. Be extremely cautious if you need to tell me stop it. I am toxic, don't tell the Surgeon General. See what I do to tell is that have me locked up in federal. Would you be delighted if you were invited to see what was going on inside of his brain? I've been to bad little name since I was 13 and that probably was never gonna change. Would you be delighted if you were invited to see what was going on inside of his brain? I've been the bad little man since I was 13 and that probably was never gonna change. I worked so hard at making me an individual. Once I realized that I was the black sheep, it gave me principle. I complicate and deviate, just to be cynical. Get in the middle of me and my goals and I'll get physical. The injuries that come from me will be hospitalized. That motherfucker while I'm looking in his eyes. I was hitting licks at everybody's favorite price at free, but I don't know if that would be what I'd pay for life. So I move some snow, move some trees, move some ice, manipulate my environment, make you think that I'm blind. My metaphors that have you questioning what's on my mind, no perception, but who needs sight when you're mechanically inclined? Dissect your personalities and see what I can find. We're all the same, just different ladders, learning how to climb. Difficult not to slip on slime while living in the grind, but from me being on my grind, of there's no rewinding time. Would you be delighted if you were invited to see what was going on inside of his brain? I've been the bad little man since I was 13 and that probably wasn't ever gonna change. Would you be delighted if you were invited to see what was going on inside of his brain? I've been the bad little man since I was 13 and that probably wasn't ever gonna change. So I gotta pull this one out of the Rolodex. Okay. Oh wow, I'm really having a brain blur right here. I'll just go with actually, I'll end it like that. I'll end it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think poets should never apologize, but you don't need to apologize after something like that, you know what I'm saying?
My brain was stuck. I was about to speak one more, but
That's cool. I hope you come back.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here again. And now we're going to hear from Desiree. Come on, Desiree.
I totally do not want to do anything up here after that. That was fucking awesome.
Thank you, I appreciate
It's
it.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I gotta take a minute, just like to come off of that ride.
That's exactly what she said.
Anniversary. Little deaths of us ride the words we spit in the space between you and me. Wash your own clothes. Be more romantic. Put me first. Why can't you be more like him? Get a job. Do more with your life. Raise kids. Clean toilets. Cook dinner. Why can't you be more like her? The end of us falls into place with each miscommunication, overcommunication, refusal to communicate. I thought you meant, I'm not finished talking. What do you want from me? Stop asking what I think. Why don't you listen? I need time alone. The last breath of us wheezes out from expectations not met, forgotten, never heard. I always wanted to be. Remember we were going to? You don't want me like you used to. I like my job. I'm happy with the way we are. Why can't you be more satisfied? The us of us, stuffed in the night between cotton sheets, suffocating, until we turn blue, numb, and nothing's left but stale air. Subsistence. I've forgotten the angelic blue of your eyes that held me captive and exposed like a sea turtle caught on shore. I can't place the lilt of your voice as your British covered my name like a woolen blanket. I fill the sink, pouring bleach, mopping the kitchen at 4 a.m. I misplaced your height, how my neck curved over your shoulder as we embraced, tender, rough. Your intention, smile outlined in lips, full like the harvest moon, escapes my memory. I shake the run a bath, light candles at 6 a.m. I lost the words you wrote like a hurried lover hiding in the day, telling me what to accept, never telling me why. I slip between sheets, cold and enclosing, like the first rain of fall, and forget how your body folded neatly into mine all last year.
And now we're going to hear from Edie.
First of all, a quick announcement. Desiree and I are going to be reading a week from Saturday at Burnt Tongues. It is a quarterly series put on by members of Dangerous Writers. They are students of Tom Spanbauer, and it is to honor him. And he usually reads, so come on out. It's at Crush Bar. As soon as Domi posts the invitation, I'll send it, for Facebook and all that stuff. That's our thing. Beaver, box, slit. She has a fucking name, Bearded clam, fish taco, peach. Good enough to eat, not good enough to name. Pen time, cage, cater, backwoods names. Muff, minge, snatch. Thanks, Rue, for bringing back the cute. Still can't say it. Also, thanks to the woman who thinks twat means ass because she's a fucking twat. Vag, the JJ, hoo-ha, almost there, Oprah. Sorry, pussy equals weakness. Cunt is too strong. All unpleasant, all unclean, all too foul for fucking polite company. All too much for the old white men in power. All to be touched, licked, eaten, rammed, fucked by men with or without permission. All to be regulated, all without naming it. The source of my fucking power, vagina.
Can we just hear one more time for vagina? risky thing to say, but I'm a very pro-vagina poet. Yes, and we've been honest about pro-marijuana, pro-vagina. I think we should just get these things out into the open. Why not? Right? So it just, hearing you reminded me that one of the things that got us, we weren't really booted. It was just made known that we were no longer welcome at our original location of Ice Cream Renaissance was G.L. Morrison's Vagina Young chant that she had selling. And yeah, basically, as soon as I knew that, and not the first owners, but the second owners of Ice Cream Renaissance, that they had any sort of notion that they wanted to, you know, censor what was going to happen there, I was down the street to Mel, and Mel said yes, and we didn't miss a month. So I'm really proud that
And thank you
the
for
reading
creating
didn't
this.
have to go away just because someone said vagina. Yeah. The other guy who kind of got them a little bit nervous or whatever, uptight or whatever their problem was this guy, Roy Seitz, who you should look into, who's great, who was a sniper during the Vietnam War and who writes poems about those experiences that fucking, you know, take all the air out of the room in the best possible way. So we just, we made them uncomfortable like 2 or 3 months in a row. And they were kind of like, well, do you think you could get the people to tone it down a little bit? And I was like, nice knowing you. You know what I mean? We're moving on now. And that, in a way, is what leads us here today to the gallery, where it's a very pro-vagina gallery in case you're and next we're going to hear from Angeline. Come on up, Angeline.
So February is the anniversary month, I guess, of me finding Ghost Town and coming. So I decided to write a little poem about that. And I have a note on the top of my poem to say that I mean well. And yet somehow whatever I say is often interpreted as like the opposite of what I mean. So I mean well. If I offend anyone somehow, I'm sorry. And if it's anyone, it would probably be Mike G. And so
Good luck. Yeah. Good luck to you. I don't get offended.
Well, if you wanted to make it a challenge, I could work on that for next month.
Good luck.
Okay. So I'm actually going to hold this because I am also short. Yay, short people. Sorry, sweet. Okay. So I have titled it How to Write Better Poems. Maybe I should move to New York and listen to some jazz. Then maybe I could write a Christopher Luna poem. Create a collage of words to the rhythm of the subway. Or maybe I should buy sunflowers and stare at the moon. Then maybe I could write a Tiffany Verbeschram poem. Take the love lines on my palms and sculpt them into verse. Maybe I need to change tones, dig around for some buried wit. Then maybe I could write a Dennis McBride poem, plant thoughtful sentiments that blossom in humor. Or should I seek the fire that blazes in the poet's eyes? Then maybe I could write a Mike G poem, read with the intensity of life. Mike G needs no Mike. Mike G is Mike. Maybe the secret is in the appearance of the poet. Should I wear a cool hat or grow a full beard? I think some people must be blessed with a muse, and I will just keep trying different things until I can learn to write a poem like me.
You know what's so fucking weird about that, Angeline? in the workshops, and this comes up for everybody, at some point in your life you get really uptight about all these great poets that you're reading and you're thinking, I'm never going to write like that. It's not our task to learn how to write like those other people, it's our task to learn how to write like ourselves. So I think you've got exactly the goal you want to have for,
Yeah,
yeah, and you all sounded beautifully like yourselves this evening. And speaking of a Mike who is also a Mike, please say hello to Mike G.
That was great. That was great. It's all we find our own voice, no matter what it is. I'm real lucky that my new girlfriend is amused by this.
That's always helpful.
Sometimes it's the illness speaking, not the real person, unless, of course, the real person is the illness itself. Can I be off the hook tonight, baby, if I give you the story of my mind? I'm arguing from kindness this time. My shadow has consequences, you know. No, she said. So, I said, this is your poem, I said. She sprinkles crushed tarantula extract on my morning oatmeal and administers essence of iguana enemas to improve the quality of my erections. Behold, her beast mark. See that shit? What is this, 7th grade? The 10-year-old neighbor girl says. She's my favorite Taoist wizard, shape-shifting lizard. She baptized me into her cult called Flesh Pot, in which we play a little game called My Face in Your Grave. Face in your grave, face in your grave, face in your grave. And though the dread is always there, I smoke a blunt and cease to care. My soul's a sun too bright to stare. Just try to blow me out, I dare you. Meanwhile, it's exhausting that everything matters all the time, my friend Dennis says. And can we really tell a lie in our art? Seems like God found herself there like a 3rd grader in all this space and time and blank white page and needed us to explain it. Fact is, I do love her in my way, but my mind complicates. I'm still straining to make love and freedom synonymous. Meanwhile, the sickness whispers to me, will these fuckers ever know I kissed his charred ear, said, baby, take it slow, I'm not tender, I'm not scared, I'm not loved, not aware. Let me sleep and hover above your scheme. You'll find me in bed, splayed out in dream, and even your God, snarling, burning on her cross, begs us to break it off. The Western canon crumbling, Hieronymus Bosch buttering Shakespeare just because. Moist suffering night, the tempest, the time warp, the death puke of severed head, John the Baptist settling in the viscous dictionary no one reads post-2003. Great-grandma G sucking the baby penis, me tonguing her sick gratuitous anthem into my not yet weaponized brain. Be great, you shit! Meet the shadow me ghost whore at the crossroads and make a lyrical deal to get into everyone's end-time panties. Meantime, say a little prayer for Tom Brady. He lost the game today, and Oppie feels the blues. Same for the at-large cosmos and its cum-blood epistemological blending. Love is circumcised artifice, a pleasure-pain bullshit contrivance. And I eat it, and I eat it, and I hate her, and it works. The crushed tarantula extract, that is, and the essence of iguana enema. I'm getting harder! Face in your grave, face in your grave, face in your grave! In another way of looking at it, I could say, not yet the suffocation of tenderness, the ocean is golden between us, our nakedness not yet a noose. Feral kisses, not yet a forced carnage. Our toes named after flowers, not yet wars. The food of ourselves, not yet a sickness. Your neck is still where my lips land home. Not yet the daggered, resented thrust. Still the sweaty extension of innocence. Still the image of one curled in bliss. Not yet the wounds and everything after, and yet the tears, the torn disaster. Notwithstanding the white tower crumbling to oblivion, our private tenderness towers for now. When the snakes leaped from her eyes, all fork-tongued first with bared fangs, no one was surprised. A puppy dog died and ice cream went extinct. The book of Revelation self-immolated, poets retreated to the caves of no safety, resurrected ex-girlfriends coming to get them. Tenderness, a fairy tale for children. Cosmic elephant, grieving for a world that could give two fucks to uphold anymore. Abyss, too tempting to resist. Text from girlfriend, fuck the car show, I wanna fuck my boyfriend. Fuck my girlfriend, I wanna write a poem. WWTBD, what would Tom Brady do? Same as Dylan. It ain't me, babe. No, no, no. In the smokeless fire of what poets speculate is space, out of the copulation of reason and dream, our sleep also breeds monsters. Nevertheless, I come back to rest a while in your nest of normal life, because it somehow heals me. Let's just never live on a boat together. The only escape is walking the plank. Love accepts what is, includes no drama on its menu. And yes, I'm unhinged by Bowie's death too, but I'm not ready to talk about it. Why are you always trying to lick my butthole, she says. Are you gay? God knows, I say. I have a little obscure brick, the base of my pyramid for you, where the sun never dances, where I always get lost looking for it, where I daydream of passing you off to Hieronymus Bosch and his pitchforks and assholes fucking in the gutter paradise. He won't need the crushed tarantula extract or essence of iguana enema. By the way, my new chapbook's gonna be called Save the Children. That should help. I can die now. A moment of silence for a measure of sanity. And after all that prelude of truth, if you really want to know the truth, it's this. Tom Brady is the lady I love, no matter how deflated his balls. And what Jesus forgot to tell us is that love is the way to hell. And if I had balls, I'd sing to my Brady what the Book of Mormon says to sing to a lady you're sick of. I've got maggots in my scrotum. Thank you.
I'm going to let you think about that for a minute.
Thanks for that.
It's really Book of Mormon the musical. Check it out.
That's great. Yeah, that was one of Toni's Christmas presents to me, and it was totally worth it. Yeah, it's as good and as horrible as anything that those guys have ever done. So, speaking of maggots in your scrotum and David Bowie, you might want to know, I know we have some Bowie fans here, that Found Poetry Review is looking for found poems using Bowie lyrics, and the deadline on that is Sunday, the 14th, so I thought I'd bring that up. And that's a way to segue into what I'm going to do next, which is, this is my chapbook, Brutal Glints of Moonlight. All the poems in it were based on Norman Mailer's Executioner song. So in 2013, me and 84 other people took one of the Pulitzer Prize-winning novels and remixed them for Found Poetry Review. And we had to post a poem a day from that book that we had for all 30 days of April for National Poetry Month. So I wanted to read something from it tonight, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And then Steve gave me a way to think of what to do. April 13th. I want to look at the transcript so I can analyze the intensity of the situation. 2 high-rise buildings led to a serious, one-time-only affair. The old racist, poetic, self-destructive killer Irishman movie star Tom. Forms of brainwash, behavior modification, lobotomy, some great new moral complexity, the key to conformity. Motherfuckers are hopeless, unconscious, endlessly irritating, with the subtlety of a hammer, formidably suspicious of the mystery. Hate the thought of such a trip, a total contempt for life, his life, your life, anyone's life. Ask your liver, your spleen, your cock, your left nut. Confident, self-determined, dangerous, righteous. Try being a little more courteous. Recognition of human decency, a coherent philosophy, a pretty heavy responsibility, a small, pliable absolute. It had never before occurred to him to ask her out. Might have trouble, question the readiness of the other, spiritually or mentally. Their date was nothing exhibitionistic, managed to show he had quite a sense of humor. Told her about Brazil, described it as being very sexy. She had once been told she looked like a Botticelli, yet she hardly knew Botticelli's work. He loved to play with her. She experienced joy as he swallowed, hammered, and drilled, oohed and awed, a hummingbird crying sound, fucked more, gave her what she needed, let her mind free. In love, she had to smile. Fools walk through time and eternity, kissing. Yeah. So if you're ever going to try to do something like that, you could do a lot worse than somebody like Norman Mailer, because, I mean, yeah, the man writes sentences that if he wasn't Norman Mailer, you know what I mean? Like, the Executioner song is 1,000 pages, and if he wasn't Norman Mailer, it would have been like 300 pages, you hear what I'm saying? But if you're trying to make something out of it, it's beautiful. These Baroque, insane sentences that are 4 times the size of what they need to be to tell the story. So I wanted to finish with a poem for Toni, and even though Toni didn't make it here tonight, I'm going to read it anyway because one of the reasons that open mics exist is for trying stuff out. So this is new, I want to try it out on you, and then I will try it out on her when I get home. Yeah. It's called For My Dream Girl, and the beginning of it comes from a song version of Patti Smith's Just Kids. So in a special edition of her album Banga, she did a song version of what became her memoir about her and Robert Mapplethorpe, Just Kids. Here's the part from Patti. You walked without fear toward the golden ladder, and I watched you climb rung by rung toward another kind of sun. Patti Smith, Just Kids. The maintenance of manifestation, the malleability of destiny, as opportunities fly past, gravity-free like asteroids. Intuition whispers loudest at the precise moment when reaching for one of the projectiles is most fortuitous. Batting at all of them accomplishes little, or perhaps nothing at all. Much harder to imagine success, most unprepared for its particular complications, or worse, convinced that we are undeserving. This is why most allow others to define success for them. Making your own way requires unshakable belief in self, requires the courage to leap. You have provided me with love, comfort, and support I was not even smart enough to wish for. You hold me up despite my many flaws, remind me that anything is possible once we are ready to leap. Come, take my hand, leap with me. The fearlessness born of boundless love makes us unstoppable, unyielding, ferocious, allows us to share all of ourselves without shame or doubt. Leap with me into an endless sea of revolutionary infancy, unassailable perpetuity, each word of our conversation, our wondering, our laughter, your smile. Let each of us take the present by the hand and lift her to the sky, each moment of every day, a beautiful child being born.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my baby. Anyway, if you haven't read Just Kids, read it. And I just reviewed the one that came after that, M Train, which is also beautiful. I think the poets and the Jungians are going to like M Train better than Just Kids, but they're both great. I noticed a lot of the other reviews of M Train by Patti Smith were all about how it doesn't really have a narrative that you could follow, and that's the fucking point, guys. Yeah. So, anyway, thanks again to Steve Williams for presenting 13 poems. And to Leah Jackson and all the staff here and next door, I hope that you tipped them well tonight. Thanks to Tiffany Berger-Strand for putting us on the YouTube, and we hope to see you here next month for Joseph Green. There are flyers in the back if you need a little reminder. Thanks to all of you for your poetry and your energy, and have a great night. Thanks so much.